everyone, my name is Montana Houston and this is Montana Houston channel. Let's get right into it. Welcome to the first rYOUminate video. For anyone new here, rYOUminate is described in my welcome to my channel video, but in short, rYOUminate is well-researched guides to independence. Check out the description for a link to resources I reference in making this video. In this video, build a productive morning routine. Morning routines are the perfect way to make sure that our mind and energy are in the right state to take on the day. Now, of course, getting enough sleep and food and water are all important, but those are also general and basic advice. The rYOUminate brand is all about going above and beyond to figure out what works best for you. So this video will contain information that you may not have considered before. Now, you can add these tips to any routine, but the tips in this video is especially curated to be added to your morning routine, where they will be the most effective. And as you watch this video, think about things that you can see yourself implementing into your morning routine, and remember them because we'll have an activity at the end that'll use that information. So, why have a morning routine? Morning routines focuses your mind on what's most important. You. It encourages introspection so that you can figure out what you need to give yourself energy, but by doing so in the morning, you get what you need as soon as you need it. Morning routines also provide boosts in a variety of ways. You're able to get things accomplished first thing in the morning. It encourages you to think about things that you can be optimistic for or grateful for in your life. Also, some routines encourage physical movement, and so you can feel more energized. All this to say that morning routines provide a huge boost of motivation to take on the rest of your day. Subscribe to my channel so that you can see my next video where I will show you in real time my own productive morning routine. I will also make it available via clickable link in this video, but subscribing is much better. Principle number 1, listen to something uplifting. This can be music, an audiobook, a podcast, a guided meditation. Research has shown that music can drastically improve our mood. And this also works the other way, where if we listen to something that's a little bit negative or can really evoke negative feelings in us, we carry that with us for the rest of the day. So when we listen to something optimistic or inspiring, it gives us the fuel that we need to go through whatever the day brings to us. Specifically for meditation, that practice has been shown to increase our ability to concentrate and practice self-awareness, which in turn reduces our anxiety and stress. Principle number 2, make a schedule. Write down all the things you have to do for the day, but even better, schedule when you're going to do them. A lot of leaders, including Michelle Obama, cite that making a schedule of what you need to do for the day allows you to get a lot of things accomplished, but also helps you take care of yourself. It puts your mind at ease of all the things you have to do, and by making sure you know when you need to do certain things, you can schedule time to eat, or take a nap, or just generally take a break. This is especially great if you're working towards long-term goals. Long-term goals such as losing weight or learning a new skill or things that happen over time. But you can break them down into bite-sized chunks by creating a little bit of time each day towards that goal. A famed technique to apply this is the Pomodoro technique. For anyone who doesn't know, the Pomodoro technique, one of my faves, is a great option to make sure you have a specific amount of time to work and a specific amount of time to take a break. And now that break is really important because that ensures that you do not get burnt out, and it also gives you something to look forward to. The Pomodoro technique can work in a couple different ways. You can work for 50 minutes and have a break for 10 minutes, or you can work in 25-minute stints and have a break for 5 minutes. It's really up to you, but making sure that you have a nice ratio of work to break is really important. The Pomodoro technique works for everything. It works for work, it works for homework, it works for personal goals. And so it's a really great thing that you can apply in many different ways. Principle number 3, clean up. Yes, clean up. I understand how this sounds. When I first learned of it, I thought, why would I clean up first thing in the morning? If anything, that's me expelling energy. It's not me gaining energy. But hear me out. Cleaning up can be the first accomplishment we have for the day, starting with making your bed. Quick plug, I did do a book review for a book of the same name called Make Your Bed by Admiral William McRaven, and in it he talks about the strength of making one's bed. Not only is it an accomplishment, but it's something that we can control, and oftentimes it's a quick thing that we can check off our lists and feel really great about. Making your bed is just one example. It can also be tidying up your desk or cleaning the dishes. Even if you don't think or consider yourself as a very tidy person, the small things that we do that can really help organize our environment can in turn organize our mind. Principle number 4, avoid technology and opt for pen and paper instead. Like this video if you've ever woken up feeling fine and then you reach for your phone and you're scrolling through social media, or you're scrolling through emails, or you're scrolling through the news and you see something that disturbs you. It messes up the mood and then you just carry that throughout the day. That has happened to me so many times. And the reason why is because we cannot control what we see on those platforms. We cannot control what goes through our social media feed. The algorithm predicts that. We cannot control who sends us an email and what we read in that email. We cannot control what we see in the news and what goes into a newsletter. So we're really susceptible early on to what the world throws at us. However, if we take some time for ourselves by reading a book, again, that uplifts us, similar to listening to something uplifting, or if we journal for ourselves and practice gratitude in our lives, that gives us a sort of guard or defense against anything that we encounter through the rest of the day that's negative and trying to come at us on our social media feeds, in our emails, and the news. And it's really important that we have that to fall back on so that we do not become so vulnerable to what we read and what we interact with during the day. One study from the University of Sussex showed that even 6 minutes of reading can reduce stress by 68%. And other studies have shown that practicing gratitude not only helps us reduce anxiety and stress, but it also helps us process difficult or troubling experiences and improve our job performance. If you want more than those 4 principles, 4 ideas of what you can incorporate in your morning routine, here you go. But do note that some of these things, like reading the news, conflict with those 4 principles. The reason that I'm still including this is because your morning routine is ultimately yours. If you know, for example, that you cannot function in the morning without knowing what happened in the news overnight, then by all means include reading the news in your morning routine. I encourage you, however, to give these 4 principles a try first and see how they treat you. Here are 3 takeaways from this video. 1, whatever you do in your morning routine, do it consistently. Over time, we'll start to see the effects, and it'll become habit and become easier to do. 2, try different things out. Your morning routine will have things added and removed as needed. And that makes sense because our life experiences, our needs as we age change and grow. And it's important to make sure that our morning routine reflects that. 3, be patient, and patient in 2 ways. A, if you are creating a morning routine for the first time, or if you are drastically changing your morning routine, that adjustment, like any, will take time. And B, morning routines can take a long time to develop, oftentimes years. And so please see beauty in the process because it'll all come together in the end. And now, the ruminate moment. I'm very excited about this, as you can probably tell. The ruminate moment is your opportunity to reflect and walk away with something tangible from this video. For this ruminate moment, jot down 3 things you want to bring with you into your morning routine. And this is something you can do whether you already have a morning routine or not. Tell me in the comments what 3 things you chose. And that's it for this video, ruminators. Thank you so much for watching, and see you at the next location.